As van lifers, we couldn't have done this trip without an episode that started with something that sounds a bit like, and this is our truck tour. We've hired this truck to live and travel in throughout Southern Africa for a few months.
Absolutely. If you want to follow along on our journey, it has been epic so far. We've really been putting the truck through its paces, that's for sure. And there's plenty of adventure still to come.
And rather ridiculously, we forgot to mention that we're travelling with our 9-month-old son, Crusoe.
Do subscribe and turn on notifications. We're releasing episodes every Sunday. On with the tour.
So from a very hot and sunny corner of Namibia, we're going to show you around our home on wheels for our journey through Southern Africa.
This is our Toyota Hilux 4-wheel drive monster.
And we are loving it.
Let's have a look around.
Let's have a look around. So far we have driven right the way from South Africa through Lesotho, up through Namibia, and we are headed towards Botswana and Zimbabwe. So before we go any further, please excuse the state of the car. It is dusty. We have driven on some incredible roads, but there is dust everywhere and it's just not spick and span shiny, but it kind of looks like it's weathered the storm with us. First things first, the kitchen. Both sides open up like this, and on this side we have our kitchen. So in this section we have all of our mugs, cups, wine glasses, cutlery, some spare storage containers, chopping board, everything that you could possibly need to live on the road in this truck. And behind the kitchen is the trusty fridge, which is an Engel fridge freezer, and it is amazing. It will quite literally freeze if you give it half a chance. And there is plenty of space for us to store at least a week's worth of fruit and veg in there.
So the fridge runs off of the car battery, which means basically when we're driving, we're charging. And that also means we've never needed to turn it off. Always cold, even through the night.
So that we can see at night time, these handy little light strips do the job. So the next bit of the kitchen and storage space is the pantry. It lives here in the back. This big drawer slides right out and stores not only our food, but also the other kitchen stuff like pots and pans, bowls, and there is so much space in here. So we have been able to bring everything we could possibly wish for. And finally, in this section, in the back here, is so much space for all of our luggage, which we of course had a fair bit of because we're traveling with a baby. In there is all of our bags. We do keep them zipped up because it gets mega dusty in the back here, but there's so much room. And John will take you through the kit we need should we run into any trouble on the road.
So extra kit for the just in case scenario is stored just underneath here in a secret hideaway cabinet. So on board we've got kit for every single scenario. For example, if we get stuck in the sand.
We've been rescued by a fella called Clement from Wilderness Safaris. Thanks, chaps. Because we were starting to flounder just a little bit, hey love?
We were. That was fun. If we get stuck in the sand and we can't get out using the 4x4, we can jack the wheel up using these two pieces of kit here, slide these tracks underneath the wheel, and almost certainly be able to zoom our way out. We also have 2 large gas cylinders on board, certainly enough for a couple of months on the road. Just behind the gas canisters, we've got a water tank. It's 60 litres, and we put all of our drinking water in here. There is a tap just below where we can fill up. At the top here, we've got a table. It slides out. Perfect for cooking and eating.
We love cooking, so we were delighted to find that the van is kitted out with everything we could possibly need. Pots, pans, a little kettle, lots of cutting boards, knives, braai equipment, wooden spoons, whatever your heart desires.
We've also got 2 spare wheels with us, one underneath and one locked on here at the back. So we are living in this truck for several months and we're going to need somewhere to sleep. On the roof is a tent. Where else would it be? The roof, of course, is the safest place for us to sleep, especially while we're on safari. So the key to a very successful on the roof tent is obviously going to be how quickly can you put it up and take it back down again. This is super quick. Check it out. Over the top, we've got a dust cover so that when we're bouncing down those really dusty roads, the tent and everything inside it stays nice and clean. First things first, open this. Okay, there we have it. All I've got to do now is pop up the rain sheet and we're done.
My favourite thing about how this tent is set up is that the linen stays in here and the bed is pretty much made. It just needs a bit of tidying. So the bed is pretty much made once the tent is unfolded. These clips obviously are clipped to close the tent but unclipped when we sleep in here. We've got 2 pillows each, a sleeping bag each, and the bed is big enough for 3 of us to sleep because of course we're travelling with our 9-month-old son Crusoe. It's really comfortable. It's not the best mattress in the world, but it's certainly doing the job and we're quite happy. And the only modification we've made in here is the addition of a few fairy lights so that we've got lights at night time.
Oh man, that is 40 degrees centigrade outside, and that van tour was a tricky old film. And we really hope it's been helpful and useful. If you're thinking about hiring a car to drive through Africa, this is certainly one of the best options that we found, and it's really great value for money too.
It is. We booked it through a company called Bush Law. Their links are below, and all of the information that you'll need to get hold of them should you want to do a similar trip. And if you're a family of 4 or a couple of couples traveling together, you can get these with 2 tents on the roof. So it's such a cool, fun way to travel.
Absolutely, it really is. I am now off for a pint because 40 degrees centigrade, you just got to.
You just got to. Be rude not to. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're new here, please do remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on any of our new episodes coming from the rest of our journey through Southern Africa.
Yeah, and we've got a bucket load online already.
And we just realised we haven't actually properly introduced ourselves. We are the Newbies, and this is what we're about. We are the Newbies, a family of travel adventurers on a mission to make our minutes and seconds matter. I'm Tara, born and raised in Africa and obsessed with wild things and wild places. This is John. He's lived a life on the road and has visited 163 countries. And this is our son Crusoe, who has ambitions to get to 100 countries before he goes to school. He's going to need our help with that, so hit that subscribe button and join us every Sunday as we discover our extraordinary world as a family, teaching us all to be brave, think big, and to explore.